Yo, I've been eyeballing you all day. Looking all fine and shit. I want to lick you down.
We're here because we're fat, and this is Fat Talk. Welcome to our first episode of Fat Talk. We're excited to kick this thing off because we're overweight and we're ready to get healthy. And this is my buddy over here, Frank Collazo.
What's up?
Entrepreneur extraordinaire, and so we've been friends since middle school. We've taken different paths, and now we're at this point in our lives where we've got to get healthy. Frank, when I talked to him about hey, I want to get back into getting healthy, he said, you need to document it. You need to do it because he's thinking he's 10 steps ahead of me because I'm just an idiot. And so I was like, dude, nobody wants to hear from a fat ass that hasn't done anything.
Everybody wants to hear from a fat ass.
Everybody wants to hear from a fat ass, but not like that. They want to hear from a fat ass in a different way. But the idea is we're gonna document our journey here on Fat Talk. This is episode 1 of season 1, and
the casting couch.
On the casting couch. Don't smell the couch. just sit on it and look at it.
Below this
Don't put your face on that side of the couch. Don't put your we want to thank both of you guys for tuning in to the podcast.
You're giving two people credit?
No, well,
thanks, Mom.
Yeah, exactly. Mom, I want to appreciate you watching this. There was, I better not say that. I could say it. No, I'm not going to say that. So I guess we're going to start with our first segment, which is our weigh-in. And this is our first weigh-in for the podcast, for Fat Talk. And you excited?
I'm excited.
Let's do it.
I'm excited because this thing fucking talks.
Yeah.
It embarrasses you.
Exactly. But it's better if you do it in Spanish because we'll do Spanish next week.
Okay. Next
so
week,
when we talk about enchiladas. So all right. So let's go ahead and
let's do it.
yeah, go ahead and go for it.
Hello.
All right, Frank's engaging the XL 700.
It's ready.
It's ready.
Nice shoes, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I've lost weight since 2 minutes ago.
272.4 pounds.
272.4. All right, so
That's horrible.
So is where is that rank on your?
Honestly, I'm probably the heaviest I've been, if not ever, pretty close to it. Post Thanksgiving, of course.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit bloated. Yeah, I weighed myself this morning naked.
Okay.
And there was a little bit less. But
I was there.
Not much. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're holding my,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, now there's 4 pounds less.
4 pounds, yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, but you know what? That's okay because this is about the journey,
yeah,
right?
Exactly.
This is about getting to where we're in a better place.
Yeah.
Physically, mentally, and emotionally.
Absolutely.
That was deep.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The reason that we have an XL 700 scale is because every scale that I had access to wasn't able to I wasn't able to weigh in.
I think a standard scale
is like 350. 300 or 350. Yeah, you're right. And so
Okay, so let me ask you, what's the heaviest you got?
Okay, so that's
I'm not of all time.
Sure.
What's the heaviest you got?
Okay, so so I bought this scale because I needed to know,
right.
And I thought, well, if I know, then I can see how I'm doing with the changes I was making,
right.
And so I bought this scale, and the highest I ever weighed in was 525, but I know that I was over that, but I couldn't speculate as to how high.
Right.
But 525 is what I weighed in on this scale at some point, I want to say in April.
Wow.
And so I just, I was waking up several times in the night to urinate,
right.
Or piss, as they call it. And medical term,
Piss.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The secular, non-vernacular, no. So the concept is I sleep through the night now. I was waking up several times to pee, but I think it was because the weight and pressure on my bladder, and also because my son's put my hand in warm water at night. No, okay. and so I'm feeling much better.
Yeah.
I'm on this path,
Yeah.
and so we're at this point, but we're just getting started. So the highest was 525
Yeah.
officially.
See if we can break that record today.
Yeah, exactly. I'll hold you, and then we'll see if we can break this XL 700. All right, XL. I mean, it's already called the XL 700. So I mean, like, we know it's XL, bro. You know. All right, here we go.
What I like about it is that it actually says your weight and calls you.
Yeah, exactly.
It says you weigh
Yeah. Sorry.
fat ass.
Hello.
Hi.
Let's go.
It's ready.
It's ready.
All right, let's see here.
Forget your sandal. That's
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh, 100 pound sandal.
416.0 pounds.
All right, 416. So
416.
that's another pound. 109. I've lost 109 pounds since
That's great, John.
the highest I've ever weighed in, and so the idea is that let me try and look a little slimmer here on this idiot.
Hold on.
Exactly. Yeah, sure. No. At some point, because I started changing my eating habits back in April of this year,
And you've lost already since you changed your
Yeah.
eating habits. You already lost over 100 pounds.
I've lost
which is
100. Yeah,
unfucking believable.
I feel like I'm just getting started because I have so much more to lose.
Right. And and just to cut you off real quick,
Yeah.
you had a concert not too long ago.
Oh yeah.
Your new album.
Yeah. Which is the opening song of
Intro
our
song.
of
Yeah.
our Fat Rock,
Fat Rock.
by Sweet Charbonneau and the
Yeah.
Fur Trappers.
Great, yeah, plug.
Yeah, exactly.
And Chuck didn't pay us anything.
Yeah,
for this
exactly.
plug. But I told you this, and we talked about this. I was like, man, I love you, Chuck. You know I do. And I say this because I care about you. I was like,
Sure.
dude, Chuck, you looked in bad shape.
Sure.
You looked like really bad shape.
Sure.
After the show, I know you were hurting pretty bad. And I was
Well,
like,
yeah,
you
it
know,
just
and
it took it out of me. I mean,
Yeah.
everything had culminated, whatever, producing that and then releasing it. But, the fact is I knew I needed to start making changes, and that's after I had started making small
Right,
changes.
right.
But the
you
idea,
kicked in the high gear after that. Like,
well,
you kicked in the fucking
yeah,
high gear. You were
yeah,
losing like
yeah.
15 pounds a week after that.
No, not
Well,
necessarily.
maybe not that
no.
much, but you were losing. Quick.
Well, the reason being is because initially I made small changes, and then at some point I realized that I needed to have a plan, and the plans that because I was successful several years back in losing weight, but it was kind of a false accomplishment. I was a part of a program. I was paying to be a part of a program that will remain nameless. But if you think about it, it rhymes with Weight Watchers, and then and so
I've never heard of that one.
and so I was going to Weight Watchers with my buddy, and we were doing it, and we were successful. But the fact is after every weigh-in, we'd go and eat at a buffet because it was the
Yeah.
longest time
Right.
before the next weigh-in.
Right.
And the fact is you just, if you want to lose weight and you want to get healthy, buffets, I mean, you should just not consume that amount of food.
Right.
Unless, I mean, even if at Super Salad, I mean, I would find a way to get into trouble because,
Yeah.
I mean, there was, I broke my front 4 teeth in my mouth.
But still,
And I still gained weight. My teeth were wired shut, and I was drizzling India Palace goat cheese.
paneer.
Oh my gosh! Into my mouth from the only angle that was open. It was terrible, but I still found a way to gain weight because I was creative. And the reason being is because that program, what it does is it tells you can eat whatever you want, just stay within this boundary. And the concept just, allowed me to continue to eat the things that I thought I wanted, that I was programmed to want. And the fact is what I realized is, in order to get healthy and to stay healthy, I can't do a diet. I need to change my lifestyle.
Right.
And so the concept is, I haven't given up anything. I just have severely limited the things that I used to indulge in.
Right.
Tortillas, which I can't rationalize eating them.
Yeah, that tastes good as hell.
Oh, they're awesome, but they're just
Yeah,
the worst
it's
for you.
the-
And even corn, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I mean, I love tacos, I mean, I've eaten millions.
No, I don't
of,
believe
you know,
that.
I don't mean
Millions of them. You know what? You're probably the only person I would believe that if you say I eat millions of
How-
times.
how-
Yeah, you're probably close.
easily. You know, I mean, I don't even want to talk about the amount of tacos I've eaten.
Well, that's why we're doing this. So you
Yeah,
can talk about
exactly.
the amount
I
of
mean,
times
this is potato and egg and this tit right here. And then, this
Are we not rolling?
this shit, stop it. No, hang on. Okay, fucking hell. Welcome everybody to the first episode of Fat Talk. This is, sorry. Hot dog. If I didn't make a change, then I was fearful of getting sick or dying, you know, or worse. Like
What'd be worse than dying?
speaking in public. So and so exactly. So I'd rather die.
Right.
And so, but the concept is I put together a manifesto which we're going to share in the comments today, and we're going to talk about each the first 10 episodes. We're going to talk about one per episode, and the concept is what you're going to find is I'm not doing anything that people don't already know instinctively or these are all inherent things that we know.
Right.
It's just that I have been sticking to it. These are things that we know.
Right.
But the concept is just in the last couple months, I kicked it into high gear because I said, the thing is a lot of programs will tell you, okay, lose 1 to 2 pounds a week, in order, to do it right.
Right.
And I understand that makes sense for someone who's 40 pounds overweight.
Right.
But when you think about the fact that, when you're looking at a major amount of weight to lose,
Right.
I thought to myself, man, the time that's going to take, I didn't want to wait that long because I know I could do better. And not to say that's, for everybody, but I thought, what if I were to do my best with every meal? Mm-hmm. Instead of rationalizing and having a cheat day or a cheat meal or whatever, I said, F all that.
Right.
I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give my best effort, and I'm going to live by this Manifatso. And so I've lost 108 pounds, and that's where we're at here. I am excited. In fact, one of the things that my doctor told me, which I just started going to the doctor again after so many years of not going and not knowing, and not knowing if I was diabetic or pre-diabetic or this, that, and the other. And so I went to the doctor, and he said for every pound you lose, it takes 4 pounds of pressure off your knees. Wow. So right there, that's 400 pounds of pressure, and I can feel it, and I can tell. Right. I still have a lot of pain. I still have different aches and stuff like that, and that's just a part of life, But the concept, it doesn't. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't help having 75 pounds of breast, to weigh you down. Yeah. And so
is that per breast? Or just
that's
breast?
It's like a breast and a half.
Okay.
So it's like a breast and a wing. The idea is that we're gonna tune in every week, and we're going to we're gonna produce this podcast so that anybody who's interested in knowing what we're doing can tune in. We're also going to share our knowledge. We're going to bring people in, interview. We're going to go on location and get healthy. And the fact is this is not. The thing about it is, without your health, everybody knows this, you don't have anything. And Frank and I have many different projects that we work on. Yep. And the fact is they will all benefit from being healthy, from us being healthier and happier and whatever. It's an addiction that I'm battling, and
you're exactly right. Everybody, and that's the thing. Even people that aren't necessarily fat, everybody battles with something, right?
Yeah.
Depression.
Yes.
Drugs.
Yes. Alcohol, yes.
Food is the most accessible.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
that's why America's obese.
Oh, absolutely.
It's so easy to get food. I own sweet shops, right?
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
do for a living.
yeah.
I own sweet shop, and people come in all the time and say, "Hey, do you have anything that's gluten free or sugar free?" I'm like, "Fuck no," because it tastes like shit.
Yeah.
We enjoy
Sure.
eating the heavy fat, the
Yeah,
heavy
yeah,
sugar,
yeah.
but it all comes down to moderation. It all comes down to if I eat 2 pounds of fucking cookie dough,
Yeah.
I'm gonna gain weight. It's that simple, and it doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
It happens over years of poor eating
Yeah.
habits and not exercising enough. And all that.
Yeah,
You know?
I totally believe that we are products of the programming that we've been exposed to and that we've been I guess programmed to and
Well,
so
it's a lifetime of seeing things a certain way.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very hard to undo that.
Yeah, exactly. And so I don't think that I think that what we deal with is the same thing that everybody else deals with.
Yeah.
And so the addiction is to an unhealthy lifestyle, and the concept is not going on a diet but changing the lifestyle. And so that's what this is all about.
Right.
And so hopefully maybe somebody is influenced by this.
Right.
But
and if one person is, that's all we ask.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're not trying to change the world. We're trying to change
ourselves.
Right.
Exactly. And so we're gonna have a good time doing it.
Right.
So the first tenet or commandment or whatever of the Manifatso is to see a doctor, and so that's what I did. I saw a doctor. I have high blood pressure, but thank God, everything else cleared. Was good. I did some blood work. They did say my pepperoni levels were through the roof, and so that's just that's
pretty normal. Though.
That's an effect.
That's
yeah, but yeah, exactly. He did say to stop melting Snicker bars and drinking them before going to sleep.
I used to do that with cheese, bro. I would take some cheddar cheese. I'd put it in a fucking mug, and I'd warm it up, and then I'd fucking just chug
Of course you would. Of course you would. You're sick.
Good.
You're sick.
Yeah,
but that's the thing is I don't want to give up everything,
Right.
Because there's gonna be an occasion where I'm gonna want something, but just not right now.
Right.
Gotta get to that end game. Gotta get to the goal,
Right.
and then I'll have the liberty of doing that stuff. Right. So, but the fact is you got to see a doctor because if
know where you're at.
You got to know where you're at. You got to know if you need help,
Right.
then you need to in terms of you if you're pre-diabetic or you're
Right.
diabetic, I mean
Right.
it's not
I think sometimes it's a good wake-up call because
sure.
ignorance is bliss, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You don't
any
know,
better,
yeah.
And if you haven't seen a doctor in 5 years,
Yeah.
and you don't realize you put on 50 pounds because it took you 5 years.
Sure,
to do it,
sure.
Then you're not going to realize it, and
Yeah.
a lot of people don't even step on a scale.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it might step on a scale after
Yeah.
5 years, like, oh
Yeah.
shit, I weigh 50 pounds more
Sure.
than in high school or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and speaking of that, I've been big all my life, and that's just been the norm for me.
Right.
And so, like when I went to college, people normally gained the freshman 15.
Right.
I skipped to the senior 100. And the fact is having male breasts, that was a part of my the existence, and I'm a weirdo and whatever. But the fact is I'm ready.
Right.
And so maybe some of you guys are ready, maybe you're not, but I think that as we continue to progress, hopefully it's a positive influence on you. The concept is if you're ready, great, go for it, do it. If you're not ready, maybe you will be. Right. But the fact is if you don't give it a shot, if you don't know what you would have done, then what's the point?
Right.
So I promise that I'll give my best effort. I know Frank's gonna give his best effort. We're gonna have a good time doing it, and so I mean that's pretty much it. There has been moments in my life, I guess in the last few years, where I thought that oh God, okay, get on a diet, fat ass.
Right.
But
who are you talking to when you said that?
I'm talking to this guy right over here. I talking to myself, like, okay, it's time. I went on a deep sea fishing trip, And when I got back from the fishing trip, when they docked, I stepped off the boat and snapped a fucking a board, and I almost fell through the pier. And you're laughing, but the fact is I almost fell through a pier. That's pretty bad. Now, granted, that board had to have been worn out. A. B. I was pretty fat.
Yeah.
C. It was very embarrassing.
Right.
D.
Right. Yeah, I can laugh at you because I fucking know
dude,
you.
come on.
But
The
yes,
fact
I
that I'll
understand.
oh my god. And you know what's worse is I got this big old bruise on my leg. Thankfully,
so you fell.
Oh,
You actually fell through.
Okay, so when I stepped off the boat, I guess the height and the weight, the physics of it, whatever. Right. I snapped that board and my leg went through, and so my leg went
Holy
down
shit.
and I thought I was gonna fall through.
Holy shit.
And my friends, and the guys at the dock, they got the thing that holds up the big sharks and so the gaff my ass up. And so the idea is that didn't get me going.
Right.
That wasn't it. It wasn't enough.
Right.
And you laugh it off, whatever, and you make excuses. One of the things that fat people do is fat people walk into, oh, it stopped. Okay.
I just saw.
Like one of the things that I'm presuming that other fat people do is they wherever they go, they look around, and if there's somebody that's fatter than them, they feel, okay, at least I'm not the fattest guy here. And that's the mentality of
Right.
it's like, okay, at least I'm not that guy, whatever. Well, I was that guy, and I was still delusional.
Right.
And so the concept is
Stop the game. It froze or something.
I think the goal is also to experience some other things that that I've never experienced.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't learn to ride a bike until I was 29 years old.
And then you knocked your fucking teeth out.
I knocked my teeth out. A hill I had taken many times, and I was on my way to work, and my front tire skidded out at the bottom of the hill, and my face slammed into the ground, and I broke the top 4 teeth in my mouth. I fell like pretty gnarly about 15 times.
Yeah.
At that in that period.
Yeah.
I just had a bike accident recently with this damn dog on my street that just ran into my front tire trying to bite me. And so these bumps and bruises and scrapes, I mean it's I don't think it's accidental. I mean it's gonna be a tough road, and the fact is you got to get back up and you got to keep fighting. And the thing about it is out of anything in this change, I decided that the only thing I can really control is what I consume, what I put into my body, and even that we don't have total control over because of everything that goes into food, X, Y, or Z. But if I can do my best at that. Because there are going to be days where you're just too tired to go work out.
Right.
You don't have time. Right. Your kids need this. Your work's doing that, whatever.
Right.
And so, in all that, you can still navigate by making sure you're eating the right stuff as best you can, as often as you can, and to simply do the best you can.
Right.
And that's what this is about. Right. This journey is about putting my best effort into changing my lifestyle, into changing our lifestyles, into something that is gonna give us a better quality of life. And so that's what Fat Talk's all about. And we hope that you guys tune in. And if you don't, then we will be doing a voodoo doll. Some type of making you fat. Now, I will say that I did hit a gypsy on the road, and she grabbed my face, whatever, and I thought, please, give it to me, give me that. But no, in all seriousness, this is going to be a good time. So I'm excited absolutely, buddy.
Yeah.
You ready?
All right, let's do it.
Okay, let's go get some tacos.
That's right.
All right. So the butthole is off limits. Oh, we're rolling, everybody. All right.
Oh, we are rolling?
Yeah, we are rolling. You know what? Let's scoot over a little bit more this way. Yeah, exactly. Your pants are fine, bro. We're rolling. We're live. We're live on the internet. What are you doing? Hey, everybody out there in Radio Land. Hey, everybody out there in Radio Land. I think we're ready to go.